throughout my high school career, and my cousin's like my bigger brother. So then during that summer, I actually went to work with him for like a couple weeks before I actually came here. And yeah.
But you're happy with what your decision kind of led to?
I'm happy.
What's the value that an education from here can bring? Like, do you see that now?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like my social skills have definitely worked, improved. I wasn't really like talkative or shy. Working with Jacob and the other guys, man, they brought me out. I don't think I'm scared. Obviously, I'm staying sharp. Translating football to school and vice versa.
Give me 1 second. I want to adjust this camera really quick. I don't know if you want to hop in.
Yeah. Sorry, I hope I'm not repeating any questions, but I mean, just kind of going into this week, obviously you get the start. I mean, Wade goes down, Ben goes down. What was kind of the emotions knowing that you were going to get your first start?
Nervous. I was nervous at first, but then through preparation, I was able to, kind of dial it down a little bit. And then after the first drive, I was able to, just treat it like practice. Obviously, it gets great moments, but our D-line, Jacob, CJ Fight, they give great effort, great players, It's always playing hard. And I knew the Texas Tech, I knew they were great D-line, my bad. And that, they beat me physically, like I'm gonna have to beat them with effort or, full kind of points.
And I mean, not only do you get the first start, but you get the first start against one of the best defensive lines in the entire country. Was there kind of an added pressure on that you're not just playing a non-conference starter, you're not playing maybe a bottom team in the Big 12, you're playing kind of the top dog?
Oh yeah, I was scared. I was scared at first. I was like, damn, like at first I was like working to get my ass kicked, but then, like I said, through preparation and then, preparation, really put my faith in the Lord. Yeah.
And I mean, kind of looking back when you, walked on, do you ever imagine that moment kind of being there? How big was that kind of looking back on your journey to get there?
If I were to go back then and knew I would start against Texas Tech, I think it's fake. I thought it was a dream at first when they told me, but obviously not.
What was it like playing for Brock Farrell?
Brock Farrell's a great coach, very savvy with how he played. What a good. Brock Farrell's a great guy. I played tackle for him, so it was kind of fun, different. But he trusted me, I trusted him.
Why were those Highland teams so good?
I'd say what's the word? Where we all work together. Chemistry. Team chemistry was great. We always hung out with each other, whether it be right after practice, want to go play games, or we didn't watch film, but we always go play games, go eat. The chemistry was great, especially in the O-line. Like Caleb Lomu, AJ Dutchover, those guys.
2 state championships, right?
Yeah.
Well, what were those experiences like? Like how do you wrap your mind? How do you reflect on what you accomplished in high school?
It was, it was an accomplishment. I just wanted more because it was like the state? It was like 6A. So, I always strive for more. I wanted the state. But, I don't know. Sorry, I can't explain that one.
No. It's good. Last thing I got for you, you played a little bit of fullback last year, right? You lined up in the backfield.
Yeah.
Did you do any of that in high school, or what did you think made this coaching staff think that you were the guy for that?
I never did that in high school. Coach Dilly came to me in the cold tub fall ball last year. He came up and he was like, "Hey, you can play fullback?" And I was like, "I've never played." And then Jacob and Zyrus were actually the ones like, "Yeah, you can play it." And I was like, "Oh, I could play it." And then one day he just threw me back there, and then he liked it and he just kept trying it. And yeah.
You're blocking for Scat a lot of the times, right?
Yeah, it was fun. Scat was always, making him do plays, saying, "Oh, run the mesh." I'm like, "What's a mesh?" And then he just run the ball across. Whatever. I trusted him.
But maybe you set the tone for some of his physical, ways, right?
I'd say that's all Scat. Scat's Scat. I can't, I think he set the tone for the team last year a lot physically.
Have you done any of that this year? Have they asked you to line up in the backfield at all? Or no?
They did in the beginning. I only jumped fullback once. Okay. I think Mississippi State, one of those games.
Last thing I got for you, then I'll let Brad hop in. Was there any touchdown run of Scats last year that you were lining up at fullback as that stands out to you? Anyone that kind of you reflect on and remember well?
I think my favorite was BYU. I was fullback, but we lined up as a wing, and then we ran duo, scat, made a guy miss, bounced it all the way out, scored a touchdown, and I never ran so fast in my life to the end zone. Started celebrating. Yeah, me, Terrell, and the rest of the O-line, it was lit.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got here a little late.
Go ahead.
So when you got the news that you're going to make that start against one of the best defenses in the country, what were some of the thoughts and what was your reaction?
Very nervous, obviously. A little self-doubt at first, but talking with my teammates and obviously putting my faith in the Lord, overcome that, and preparation as well helped me to overcome that. And then after playing the first drive, really kind of dipping my toe in it. I kind of felt comfortable, kind of treated like practice a little bit. And obviously it's like, obviously against a good opponent, but kind of just not mind tricks.
How did your teammates and some of those veterans in that offensive line room kind of help you get ready for facing the Red Raiders?
Very supportive. Trusted me. I have to say Skrill, Kyle, Jamedo, and Max. They all talk to me and say, whatever you call, we trust, as long as we're on the same page. Right or wrong, we're all right. We're all wrong together. And that support kind of just, elevate me, help me be confident in my cause.
Kenny mentioned that, Sam for a while now has had a lot of faith and trust in you. How do you feel like that is really kind of, manifested on Saturday in that win?
Sorry, can you repeat the question again?
Yeah, Kenny mentioned that, Sam is... Kenny mentioned that Sam has long had a lot of trust in you and your ability. How did you feel like that trust and that faith manifested in that win on Saturday?
Manifested into confidence. They were confident in me, and overall it made me confident in myself. And I think that really helped, especially going against a caliber of D-line like that. And grateful for the opportunities presented and for the confidence they have and the trust they have in me.
Late in that game, Texas Tech takes that lead. You guys head out there, 2 minutes left on the clock. What's the mood in the huddle? To take us inside. What was kind of the overall mindset of that offense?
For us, we're calm, collected. Coach always 2-minute drills. That's what we do. I was very confident. Whatever calls they played, whatever Sam did, confident. For me, my emphasis was making sure, make sure we're on top of points. Blocking the right guys and then giving full effort. Chasing the ball, you never know when those can pop, and that's it.
Taking down a top 10 team is nice. Doing it in front of the home fans and in your hometown, got to be a little extra special for you.
It was nice. It was real nice. Especially for a first start. Nervous, but grateful.
And then looking ahead at this Houston defense, pretty formidable unit in its own right. What are some of the things that maybe jump out to you on film about what the Cougs bring?
Man, great effort. Great physicality from these guys, They very physical. They emphasize little things. Man, they're quick. We just got to match that. And obviously play smart and with high effort like we played last week.
I imagine on several levels, Saturday had to be one of the most special days in your life. Can you kind of reflect back on it?
It was. Felt like a dream at first. And then for a little bit, felt to practice. Then halftime, started reflecting. I was like, damn, it feels like a dream again. And then back into it again. And then when everybody stormed the field, it was fun. Brought me back to last year when BYU and Utah playing those teams and beating them.
Yeah. Can you talk about how you and the rest of the O-line was able to have success against such a good Texas Tech front?
I'd say, preparation and the confidence. They were confident and they trusted me, and that overall turned into me being confident. We gotta focus on the little things, but our intensity, our intent was good. We play physical. I like that. And whether I made the right call or the wrong call, we're all right, we're all wrong, we're all together.
How valuable will that experience be for you now moving forward, getting that game under your belt?
Very valuable, shows that those guys, well, it shows myself I can do it, overall. So confidence is up. Obviously, gotta keep myself humble. Can't let the win get to my head. Keep on that working mentality.
Yeah. How challenging is it as a team to turn the page on such an emotional win and get right back at it for a tough game this week against Houston?
I'd say pretty difficult, you know what I mean? We don't want to get complacent, you know what I mean? We want to make sure that we still have the same intensity, same physicality. We play smart, we play as a team.
Sam said something interesting. He said he thinks it's almost tougher to come off of a big win than it is coming off a loss. How do you feel about that?
I agree with him, you know what I mean? A loss, a lot of people are motivated to, man, I want to do better. With the win, especially against a good team like that, you know what I mean? Complacent, oh, it don't matter, you know what I mean? Kind of sluggish, but we have to have the same intent.
Yeah.